Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 23 yards, the final tally. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Ready, who ready? Check, let's go defense. Let's go defense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
A first down throw for Winston. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside, you can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him, gives him that huge chip on his shoulder. And when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
Mike, ready? Slide 25.
Now it's the former Badger, Dare Ogunbowale. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 26.
Ready? You ready?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Here we go. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go again. Back 55. Back 55. Here we go.
Jameis to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch and his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
First carry for Josh Jacobs, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You're usually wanting to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check the outs, check the outs.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
In the NFL, we love to talk about bloodlines and how important they can be. And for Zay Jones, he's got a terrific one. His dad, Robert, longtime linebacker in the NFL, big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. Wonder if he played catch with Uncle Jeff in the backyard a few times growing up.
We're good.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Fights off the defender. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
White down. Blue 80. Pick it up. Switch.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
And Ndamukong Suh was an all-pro when he was with the Detroit Lions in 2013, 2014. Many people think that maybe he might either be slowing down or not playing at the same level. My eyes tell me he's still playing at an elite level, still destroying the interior of an offense, can get to the quarterback, crush a run game, you name it. Ndamukong Suh can do it. And how about how durable he is? Hasn't missed a game since 2011.
On third down, Carr. He'll swing this one out to Richard. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Hogan Bowale. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Winston. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Off the play fake, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now left side on the swing pass. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st down, Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 15 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Levante David in on the tackle. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Now Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Double time. Even. 4th down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Winston now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Winston now. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Winston. That's complete, right around the 8. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Back 45 behind. Let's go. Shoot.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Mike, ready. Blue ready. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Working out of the gun, Winston. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He completes it to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Carr now to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Operating from the gun, Carr. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a little extra juice when you see Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans early, and when they do it often, this team is really energized.
Well, Evans at 6'5", those long arms, that's so tough to defend.
And he surprises you with how fast he is because he looks like he's just loping along, and all of a sudden you're 10 yards behind him, and Jameis Winston finds him.
In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. Flag. What is that? 59.
Here we go, here we go.
Flag up.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Nicholas Morrow on the tackle. He's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. The 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2.
We play to win.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Check 55 to mine. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there, 26 yards. Carr now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Check tight.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the draw, Richard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Jameis now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. And they try to sweep to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd and 9, Winston and Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Here's Matt Gay now for the Bucs field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Raider first down, 17 yards. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Down, 185.
Mike 54. Hey. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Carr now on 1st down. And Waller taking it in over the middle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Devin White coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Operating from the gun. Carr looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass.
And Winston lost the football. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jameis to throw it. It's complete. It's Miller. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Carr. And he's going to go down again. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
are, and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now here come the Raiders. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
From the 44, Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Woo! Let's get it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
180. Ready?
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Levante David picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 10 yards out. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. 1 interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it. It's Ogunbowale. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Throwing, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And an alley to run. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll go again to Jones. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Ready, flag, what do that? Watch the run,
Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Winston now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A run with Ogunbowale. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
Yeah, but again, just a one possession. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Jameis Winston and the rest of the Bucs set to begin this next drive. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Play fake. Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. To throw is Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Out of time. It's
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is brought in at the 21. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's got Evans. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle.
Mike's ready. White 25. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Flag.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 2 plays in a row there where the defense just annihilates the running game.
Yeah, they feel pretty good about themselves right now, don't they? I can guarantee you in that huddle, man, we've got them on the run. They can't move the ball. And there's always one guy who says, hey, we might be getting set up for something. Make sure you loosen up a little bit and look for the big shot.
Yeah, you have to be ready here in pass protection on 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Check 20.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The dump-off gets them only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. Now let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone. And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy with time starting to become a factor.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Mickens to return.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Ready. Black 25.
A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And another Winston to Evans connection. Mike Evans, he didn't play football till his senior year of high school. He was such a good basketball player down in Galveston, Texas. But I think he's happy he picked football up.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. I would have loved to have been around those conversations. The head basketball coach, the head football coach. Since it was high school, maybe it was the same guy. You never know. And saying, I need this guy out on the field. But it's worked quite well for him. And Jameis Winston's so happy to have him on his squad.
And they've got the lead in this one because of those two. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 11-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Gay is on for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go with Jacobs, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. Now Winston. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
At the 32-yard line.
Monday, down. 185. Night, sweetheart.
On 2nd and 2, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Carr able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing again, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Carr gives to Richard. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Operating from the gun, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw again, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mike down. 180. Come on, D. Deuce.
Carr now on 1st down. And he'll find Moreau here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
6 guys. Check 6.
Again, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's gonna wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard there to make the grab. And the Raiders get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
The Bucs is joining around the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go again with Ogunbowale. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Ready? Black 25 behind.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.